Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michael Carbone. I'm a business and immigration attorney in Staten Island, New York. Today, I want to talk about question number 61 on the I-485 adjustment of status application. More specifically, this touches on the public charge rule. Now, before I dive into this topic, if you have any questions or you want to start a conversation, please drop a comment below. Otherwise, if you want to set up a formal legal consultation with me, please visit us at carboneattorneys.com. We have a button in the top right corner of our website. Click it, fill it out, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So when you're filling out the I-485 adjustment of status application, there's obviously a ton of questions that you're going to be asked about yourself, your history, your immigration history, your work history, and there's a ton of questions that you may or may not know how to fill out. More specifically, I think question 61, as it stands today, obviously these forms are updated regularly and this question might move around a bit, but ultimately question 61 is really about the public charge rule. And the question itself on the I-485 will ask you, are you subject to the public charge ground of inadmissibility? To most people, you're probably thinking, I don't know what this means. What does this have to do with anything? But obviously it's an important question because what the government is getting at is they're trying to understand whether or not you will be considered a public charge if you come to the United States. What does that mean? What does being a public charge mean? So the big concern is that if the US government grants you legal permanent resident status, they don't want you to come to the United States and then rely on public benefits. This is typically income assistance. So we're mostly talking about cash assistance like supplemental security income or long-term institutionalization. So obviously, if there is a concern that you might be reliant on public benefits, this means you probably don't have any income, you don't have any money in any bank accounts, you don't have assets. The government is less likely to grant your request, and therefore that is why they're asking this specific question, because they're trying to get to the truth. They're trying to find out whether or not this is going to be an issue. How do you answer this question? If you are filing based on relationship to a family member, this is either an immediate relative, which is the spouse, parent, or child under 21 of a US citizen, or you're a preference category family member, you have to answer yes to this question. So this actually includes pretty much everyone that falls under the umbrella of family-based petitions. This includes brothers and sisters of US citizens, fiancés of US citizens, unmarried children of US citizens, and so on down the line. So because you need to answer yes to 61, it means you also need to respond to questions 62 through 64. More specifically, these questions will ask about your household size, annual income, and total household assets. Again, the purpose here is to really get at whether or not you have sufficient assets to basically take care of yourself when you come to the United States. And, that gives the US government confidence that if you meet the guidelines, you have enough money in your bank accounts, you have enough household assets, you can be granted legal permanent resident status and you're not going to be considered a public charge. So there are categories of immigrants who are not subject to the public charge rule. Now, it's a very long list. If you check out our blog post, in the description below, we go into more detail of all of the exempt individuals. But for the most part, we're talking about people such as U visa petitioners. So these are crime victims, VAWA petitioners. These are victims of domestic violence. And the list goes on. There are a lot of exempted individuals. However, if you are a family-based applicant, you will have to answer yes to this question. So that's it. That's the video. Question 61 on the I-485, the public charge ground of inadmissibility. If you are in the family-based category for your adjustment of status application, you must answer yes to that question. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like, subscribe, and I'll keep making them.